here to bring you another DC Nation review. This time I am doing it on Beware the Batman. Obviously, this is the first episode, so episode 1, and this one's called Hunted. Now, a couple of things about this show. It's going to be different from any other Batman you've ever seen. They're going in a completely different direction for Batman. I mean, I'm not a big fan of his suit. It looks kind of rubber. He also kind of looks a little Latin or something. I mean, I'm Spanish, so that's cool if they want to make him more Spanish looking or something like that. Or maybe Greek. I don't know. But they're definitely going a different direction in the series. You can tell by the stylized weapons, and they're not going for ultra dark and edgy, but at the same time, they're not going for the previous Brave and the Bold show. So it's kind of a balance, and it's a unique take. This is a young Batman, no Robin, although they did make some allusions with Katana, and different concept. So first, producers said they're going to do lesser known villains, really build up the newer or the less known rogue gallery. So in this one, we have Professor Pig and Toad. I believe, and Mr. Toad. There we go. And they're driving like a Model T and shooting like ridiculous guns and going on people hunts. You know, very obscure villain, kind of new. And okay. The episode starts off with Batman fighting two goons. One of them has like metal hands or gloves. I don't know exactly who he was supposed to be, but he threw like a safe at him, and so he had like a hurt shoulder for the rest of the episode. We also get, and then, you know, obviously he wins that fight, and that's our introduction to Batman. Then afterwards we get really a couple of different things. We get, you know, Bruce Wayne Manor is on a hill overlooking the city. There's water on the bottom of it, and there's really like he has like a castle wall, so it's almost like a fortress to get into this place, and I kind of like that. We also get Alfred is different. They went with the backstory of him being an MI6 agent, but more recent. So he's rough and tumble, less prim and proper. I kind of like this, actually. There's a scene where he goes after Bruce when he's sleeping, and they fight. He yells at him for being too slow, and he's also Bruce Wayne's bodyguard. And they still established that he was friends and was asked to take care of Bruce after his parents died. Okay, now we get the pig kidnapped Stag, and basically he's a billionaire, kind of a villain, but he kidnapped him first because of a park or land deal that went sour, that, you know, and that because they're about eco-terrorism slightly. And they say they're going to be going after other rich people too. Batman's able to figure out who the next target is. He goes to save them. Meanwhile, Alfred, they have an argument back and forth. Basically, Alfred wants to be there with him, and he doesn't feel he needs help. But you see the Batmobile, which is... I have mixed feelings about the Batmobile. Really, the one feeling I have about him is, the Batmobile is, I hate the fact that it's a pod. You know, it's very wide, cool looking, and I like it. But it's like you know, Batman Forever. It's just one. It's made for a toy. It's one dude in a car, which makes no sense. Because it's super wide and it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. And the suit itself kind of looks rubbery. It just looks like he's wearing a wetsuit, and it's all black with a gold belt. again, I know they were going for a different looking Batman, but I would have done something else. But it still looks cool. So Batman fails to secure the next victim. He gets captured. Batmobile gets hit by a comical looking cannonball. Now, one thing, I will say is the guns in this so far are like ray guns or like over-the-top cartoony guns. I doubt we're going to see real firepower in this one, but that's my opinion. Which still gives you that Saturday morning cartoony vibe, but it's okay because it's not too bad. So then Alfred gets captured because obviously Bruce Wayne is the next victim, but Batman didn't do his homework. And not before he meets with an Asian spy who drives away in Robin's colors and who he wants to come from work. Obviously, by the end of the episode, we find out who it is, and it's basically Katana. So, interesting that, Katana's colors are very similar to Robin's. But it's interesting that her bike is pretty much Robin's colors. It was a visual cue to let you know she's going to be the sidekick at some point. And Batman figures out the connections. He goes after him. Alfred tries to escape and leaves the other billionaires to try to, make sure they escape. They end up setting off a couple of booby traps. Alfred gets injured in the process of saving them. He breaks his ankle. Batman goes to help. There's a lot of elaborate explosions and death traps, and basically his encounter with the pig and the toad leaves him unable to take him down. But Alfred manages to get the billionaires to safety. So all in all, it's a mixed bag. They saved the victims, but the criminals got away. And the episode ends with basically Batman agreeing that he needs help and he does want Alfred out there, and and that protecting Batman is protecting Bruce Wayne is protecting Batman, and he's learned his lesson. He also learns that he needs to do more detective work, which is good. We also get Commissioner Gordon is Lieutenant Gordon in this, so. I guess that's to tie it more towards the Batman movies, but before it became Commissioner, I don't know. But again, a younger everything. So Alfred says he's injured. It's going to take him a few months to heal, and he may always be a step behind because he's getting old. So he wants to bring in somebody new, and he brings in Katana. And now she doesn't announce that she's Katana. Like, I don't know where that is, but she's obviously an ex-spy, and she's going to be working as his new bodyguard. So, interesting seeds for a new show. I dig it. What am I going to give this rating for the first episode? I'm going to give a very good. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was enough to whet my appetite. It wasn't overly amazing. Nothing blew me away, but the vision for the show is definitely something different, and it has me interested. So I'm looking forward to see the direction they take. Obviously, I don't think they're going to do a Dick Grayson or any of the other Robins. I believe she's going to be the sidekick, and who knows? Maybe we get more outsiders. Maybe he starts to develop a team that way. But it's just interesting to see where they're going. I dig the idea of bringing in obscure villains to really bolster that stuff, and it frees them up, because you may not realize this, but it's the same people doing all these shows. All the old Batman shows and all the old DC shows. Occasionally they'll lose producers and directors, but a lot of the writers stay on for the next show, and they just transplant the team with a few skeletal changes here and there, but it's pretty much some of the same people writing for multiple shows. So, they get bored of telling the same type of story. So I understand the need to go this route, and it's very interesting. So again, 3.5 out of 5. That's it out of me. And so Yep, that's it. That's it. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing out.